Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming with another update on Pathfinder Kingmaker. So if you watched the last little video I did about this game, I was in the Pitax kingdom. I just won the battle against Iravetti, and I was commenting that when I came out of the palace and I'd killed him and what happened, it was no real decisions to make and nothing really happened. I just left Pitax and it said you're now the Queen of Pitax basically. And then I came back to my own kingdom and my own capital, and that's where apparently the decisions or the things you have to decide happen. So it was just an update on that really. Also I've had to come back and reload this and from a previous save because I worked out that one of the things I decided wasn't going to work out. So because of that, I'm just going to run through the decisions. Doesn't mean all the decisions I make are right, but I'm just going to explain why I did things plus the one I went back and changed. So always save, I think, is in most games actually, but especially in these kind of story decision-driven games, always save before you make big decisions and things happen, because you can always go back and change them. So you see we're back from our adventures, and Pitax delegates have come to visit us, which I guess they would. So someone from one of the founding families of Pitax wants to assure us of his loyalty, and they don't want the crown, but they want to be appointed the governor. That's kind of the summary of that. And someone else who is a bandit or some kind of bandit, or he was a thieves guild, that's kind of like a bandit, isn't it? He also wants to be appointed governor so he can, I guess, continuing thieving and banditing, if that's a word. So you've got the choices. You can appoint your own person, you can appoint the person from the old families, or you can appoint the bandit thieves guild person. For a start, these decisions where it says neutral good, neutral chaotic evil, they may influence what you want to do if you're following a very specific path. I'm following neutral good, but I do neutral chaos, neutral. I've done a few chaotic evil or evil things, but I try to follow neutral good. But obviously, if it's something I really feel strongly about, I don't. Because I'm usually in most games I'm influenced by what I would do in real life, not by what I think will make the game play better. So here you can see that the Thieves Guild guy already says that we used to be kind of not at peace with you, and so they've obviously had a fight against us, so they're not someone we can trust. I could point my own viceroy, but it seems to me that if we've just taken over an area, it's better to have someone who knows it, so we're going to appoint the guy who's from the old families, which is what I did. He thanks us and it's all great, and we performed a neutral good action. The Thieves Guild guy isn't very happy, and we get the options where we can sentence him to death, and I'm going to, because one, it's a lawful good action, and even if it wasn't, and it said neutral evil or something like that, I think I would sentence him to death, because if we were already at odds with him before, and he's from the Thieves Guild, why would we want him still alive? It doesn't make any sense, so we'll have him, he can die. So that's the end of him. Yeah, whatever, he's gonna die, so who cares what he says. And the person from the old families agreed. Well, okay, he would agree, of course, because he's just become governor and we got rid of his opposition, but I think that was a kind of obvious decision. I don't know what would happen if we got the Thieves Guild. Maybe they would give us bonuses for trade or stealing, I don't know, but I don't care, I don't want it. So then we've got to decide the fate of the academy. And this person, Atalia Gitteran, I think I'm saying that right, says she's not worthy of keeping it, I guess because of what happened with Pitax and the king that was kind of a degenerate basically. So that's fair enough. We will, because she doesn't sound like she wants to do it, which would be a reason to accept anyway. and because obviously she let things get out of hand in Pitax without really doing much. This woman, Annemarie Belvara, is a famous bard. I remember, I think it was Lindsay talked about it before. So we'll appoint her, because no headmaster doesn't sound really good. Elect a new one, well they could elect anybody. So I think we'll pick her, that seems reasonable. She's happy with that, of course, and she's quite happy to be let go, which is great. We don't really know enough about that Italia guitar and to execute her. I mean, just because she didn't act in maybe a principled way when she was at the academy and didn't do much to stop Aravetti doesn't mean she needs to die. That's not really a crime, that's just happened. So we're not going to have her executed, we'll just let her go and do what she wants to do in life. So who else? Captain of the guard comes to pledge his allegiance to Queen. Okay, so this is the one that I went back to change the decision I made. So, aren't you confused? You're pledging allegiance to the city, not to me. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I mean, King knows sometimes, but as we've just seen in Pitax, but the city remains, so that's not really a bad thing actually. And here before, I decided I didn't really trust the guards because they were obviously there when Aravetti was there, so I decided to get rid of them and create a new one, which seemed like a really good idea. But then once I did it, I was kind of expecting a mission in the advisors section or something that I could form a new guard. There was a similar thing in Varnhold where I had to start a watch or some kind of guard, and it was a mission. So I thought there'd be a mission to do something, but it wasn't. Whether there was or there was something I missed, I don't know. But because I got rid of the guard and because either there wasn't or I didn't find a way to start a new one, when I went to Pitax, I talked to somebody and they said the whole thing has gone to pot, there's fires all the time, everything's gone wrong, you made a bad decision to get rid of the guard. So I decided that that might be longer reaching. I don't know whether that's going to be long reaching. I mean, whether that's going to make any difference in Pitax or whether it's just going to be something that's just like annoying, I don't know. But I decided that as I wasn't far past this, I'd just go back and accept it. I don't know what would happen if I said I wish to appoint a new captain of the guard. But again, there's no point, because if the guard's great and good then and they're alright, then the captain's not going to captains. I don't know who we'd appoint. I don't know how that would work. So you might want to appoint your own captain, but I'm just going to follow the kind of safe. And they're happy that he's dead. We're all happy that he's dead. So yeah, I think getting rid of the thieves bandit representative, that's a good thing. Have him executed. And like I said, the guard, I don't know whether that's going to make a difference, and I could have appointed a captain, but my own captain, but there's lots of things going on in this game all the time, and one thing I would say is if you've got decisions where you can remove something you might need to do, we might need to go and find someone to be the captain, we might need to do a mission with one of our advisors, all these kind of things. There's so many things going on you need advisors for and places to go and do, especially the things with advisors. There's so many missions that you need to do, and usually their success rate is very bad, at least in my playthrough. So you don't want to be relying on that, so it's best to just get it out of the way. Elora Nusky was someone who helped us. We fought her before, but that was a mistake, and we let her go, and then she helped us fight Aravetti in the town square in Pitax, so we quite like her. Yeah, we'll hire her. So yeah, most of those decisions are kind of obvious if you're playing kind of a neutral or a good. I've not played this game before, so I don't know what happens and how you want to play it if you're playing evil or chaotic, so the decision might be different if you want to follow those kind of paths. But for my neutral good playthrough, and just for how it seems obvious for just how I would do things as a person, getting rid of the bandit thieves guild leader, allowing the woman who's the academy ruler to step down but just let her go, keeping that woman who helped us, Flora, who helped us in the fight, and appointing the same captain of the guard. They all seem pretty straightforward. Like I said, the captain of the guard one is the one that's not straightforward because I wasn't sure if I could trust them, but having played on a little bit, and I'm glad I went to Pitax pretty soon after to find out, I guess they can be trusted, and there's no way you can know that because you haven't really dealt with them, so you don't really know whether they can be trusted or not. But I guess they can be, and if they turn out they can't be, well, it can't be any worse than the fact it's all gone to pot there when you get rid of them, so either or. Anyway, thanks for watching another update on Pathfinder Kingmaker. I've been in this a little bit now, and I'm waiting for the next evil occurrence in the, what's it called, Ball Top Hill, something like that, where these weird evil things keep happening, and it's kind of move on till that point. I think it's about 20 days in the future, so I'll just kind of go and visit a few places in the meantime. There's no new quests. I was trying to think the other day whether those evil attacks from the Balldop Hill area, which happen regularly, like almost once every chapter in this game, I wonder if that needs to happen to progress to the next chapter. I'm not sure. I think maybe it does, because there seems to be about 5 or 6 of those attacks, which are quite spaced out, and there's been about 5 or 6 chapters, so maybe that's how it works. But anyway, thanks for watching Guessagaingaming and Pathfinder Kingmaker. Till next time, take care.